Hi, welcome back to Concierge CPA. I am Juliette, and today we're talking about accrued revenue. One of those concepts that sounds technical, but it is actually very logical once you understand the timing. If accrual accounting has ever made you think, why does my revenue show up when no cash came in? This video will make it click. Here is the rule that drives everything. Under accrual accounting and GAAP, generally accepted accounting principles, revenue is recognized when earned, not when it is received. Accrued revenue exists because in real life, work and billing don't always happen at the same time. Sometimes the work happens first, the invoice comes later, the cash comes in even later. Accounting doesn't wait for cash to tell the truth. So what is accrued revenue? Accrued revenue, sometimes called unbilled revenue, is revenue that has been, number one, earned, two, not yet billed, and three, not yet collected in cash. No invoice yet, no cash yet, still revenue. If value was delivered, GAAP says, yep, that counts. Now let's pause on that word, earned, because under GAAP, that has a very specific meaning. So what does earned actually mean? How do you know when revenue is earned? Under ASC 606, revenue is earned when a company satisfies its performance obligation. That means you have delivered the promised good or service. The customer has received the benefit, and you have done what the contract requires you to do. Under ASC 606, earned means the work is done, not that the cash is in the bank. Once that performance obligation is satisfied, revenue is recognized, even if the invoice hasn't gone out the door yet, and even if cash hasn't been collected yet. That's exactly why accrued revenue exists. At period end, accrued revenue is recorded through an adjusting entry. On the balance sheet, accrued revenue shows up as an asset. It's usually called unbilled accounts receivable or accrued revenue. Why an asset? Because the company has a legal right to receive cash for work already performed. Remember the definition of an asset. Assets are probable future economic benefits obtained or controlled by an entity as a result of past transactions or events. Now remember, accounting uses a system of double entry. Whenever one account is debited, another account must be credited. In this case, when we debit accrued revenue or unbilled receivables as an asset, we credit the revenue account. That revenue is recognized on the income statement. It increases net income for the period, and net income then flows into equity through retained earnings. So the accounting equation stays balanced. Assets go up, equity goes up. Nothing is missing. It's just double entry accounting doing its job. Now let's look at a real world example. Let's say you're a consultant. You finished a project in December. The work is done. The client benefits immediately, but you don't send the invoice until January. Economically, that revenue belongs in December, not January. That is accrued revenue. Work first, billing later, cash later still. Even though no invoice has been raised yet, GAAP says the revenue still counts. At month end, when the work is complete but not yet billed, you record the following journal entry. You will debit your unbilled accounts receivable or accrued revenue, and you would credit service revenue. Revenue increases on the income statement, and asset increases on the balance sheet. This adjusting entry ensures revenue is recognized when it is earned, not when the invoice happens to be sent. So what happens when you bill? In January, you finally send the invoice. Now the accounting shifts within the balance sheet. You will record the following journal entry. You will debit accounts receivable because it is now billed, and you would credit unbilled accounts receivable or accrued revenue if that's the account you used. No revenue is recorded here. Why? Because recording revenue again will overstate income and assets. The asset is simply changing form, not being created again. Then the cash is collected. So when the client pays, you will debit your cash and you would credit your accounts receivable. That original accrued revenue asset has now moved from accrued revenue to accounts receivable to cash. The income statement stays untouched. Revenue was recognized once when it was earned. Accrued revenue can be classified as short-term or long-term, and that classification is based on when the business expects to receive cash. That expectation isn't a guess. It's driven by the agreed billing and payment terms in the contract. Short-term accrued revenue billing and collections are expected within the next 12 months or the normal operating cycle. This is the most common case. Examples include monthly services, consulting work, usage-based billing, or interest earned but not yet paid. Long-term accrued revenue, billing, or collection is not expected for more than 12 months. This is less common, but it does happen. You will see it in long-term construction projects, engineering contracts, or milestone-based agreements with delayed payments. So it's not about how long the project lasts, it's about what the contract says. Same accounting concept, different contractual timing. Now, there are a couple of industries where accrued revenue is more common. You will see accrued revenue all the time in consulting and professional services, legal and accounting firms, SaaS and tech companies, construction and engineering, web development, and project-based work. If services or milestones happened before billing, accrued revenue is almost guaranteed. So why does any of this actually matter? Because accrued revenue affects how performance is measured, whether you're running a business or learning accounting the right way. For business owners, if you ignore accruals, your revenue can look lower than the work you actually did. Cash doesn't always move when the work happens, which can make good months look bad or bad months look good. Decisions end up being made on numbers that don't reflect reality. That's the business impact. But this also matters for students learning accounting correctly. For students, accrued revenue is required under GAAP. It's the proper way to recognize revenue under accrual accounting. Revenue is recognized on the income statement in the period the work is done. That increases net income for the period. Net income then flows into equity through retained earnings. That's how revenue recognition works under accrual accounting. So remember this sequence. Work happens first. Revenue gets recorded, an asset is created, and cash comes later. Now, in the next video, we will talk about deferred revenue, which flips everything. That's when cash comes first and revenue comes later. Some income statement categories, completely different balance sheet story. So let's recap. Accrued revenue is revenue you have earned but haven't billed or collected yet. It's recorded through an adjusted entry, so revenue shows up on the income statement when the work is done. At the same time, an asset is recorded because the company has a right to receive cash. That revenue increases net income for the period, and net income then flows into equity through retained earnings. All of this exists because accrual accounting cares about when value is delivered, not when cash happens to show up. If you found this helpful, like the video, subscribe, and check out the rest of my revenue playlist. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.